The movie Major League is not the greatest baseball movie ever made, but it may very well be the most fun. The film tells the story of a group of misfit baseball players who are brought in by an unscrupulous Cleveland Indians owner who wants to tank the team and move it to Miami. Needless to say, the players get wind of her plans and play better than they ever have. What makes this movie so fun is a witty script and memorable group of characters played by great actors that are worth checking in on today, especially considering the movie is approaching its 30-year anniversary. Related 10 Best Baseball Movies of All Time, where, to begin, the son of Martin Sheen had his first major role in Red Dawn in 1984 and his career took off with starring turns in Platoon 1986 and Wall Street 1987. By the time he played Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn, the ex-con pitcher with poor vision and control, he was one of the most recognizable stars in Hollywood. Sheen continued to work throughout the 1990s and reprised his role in Major League 2 in '94, but his drug abuse and relationships with adult film actresses dominated most of the coverage about him. In 2002, Sheen married Denise Richards, and in 2003, he began a lucrative 8-year run on 2.5 Men. However, Sheen's hard-living ways caught up with him and Richards filed for divorce in 2006. He also was fired from the show in 2011 and then proceeded to have a public meltdown where he claimed he was winning and had tiger blood. Sheen now lives in Rosarito, Mexico, and most recently starred in the movies Mad Families and 911. Thanks to LA Law, Bernson was a household name when he took the role of Roger Dorn, the third baseman whose opinion of himself did not match his play. He would go on to reprise that role in both Major League 2 and Major League Back to the Minors. Bernson has had no shortage of work since then, with his biggest role being faux psychic Sean Spencer's dad on Psych. He was recently a guest commentator on the NFL Network's Top 10 series episode on Hail Mary Plays. Bernson currently lives in the Los Angeles area with his wife of almost 30 years, Amanda Pays. Berenger has made a career of playing badasses, some of whom may be slightly unstable. In films like Platoon, Sniper and The Substitute, he was a perfect choice to play Jake Taylor, the veteran catcher who serves as the leader of the team. Berenger reprised this role in Major League 2 and continues to work heavily. He most recently won an Emmy for Best Supporting Actor in a miniseries for his role as Jim Vance in Hatfield's McCoys. When he is not working, Berenger lives in Beaufort, South Carolina, with his wife Laura Moretti. Snipes was virtually unknown when he was cast as Hayes, the base stealer who could not get on base. In 1991, he became a household name with his performance as drug kingpin Nino Brown in New Jack City, and starring roles in films like White Men Can't Jump, Demolition Man, and the Blade trilogy followed. When Major League 2 was cast, Snipes did not reprise his role, instead focusing on his own pictures, so Omar Epps replaced him. Snipes was convicted of willful failure to file federal income tax returns in 2008 and was released from prison in 2013. He has since resumed his acting career, appearing in The Expendables 3 and Chirac. It's a safe bet that he would be up for Major League 4. Haysbert played Pedro Serrano, the superstitious slugger who could not hit curveballs, in all 3 Major League films. Then in 2001, he played the role that he will be best remembered for as President David Palmer on 24. Since then, Haysbert has been a fixture in television and movies, appearing in films ranging from Far From Heaven to Dear White People to Wreck-It Ralph. He also starred in for 3 seasons on CBS The Unit. And of course, he is the official spokesperson for Allstate Insurance. The Gravelly voiced Gammon first got work in westerns in the late 60s, but was a veteran character actor by the time he joined the cast of Major League. He would play the team's gruff manager in the first and second films. Gammon would go on to work steadily in the 20 years after Major League, including a memorable role as Don Johnson's father on Nash Bridges. Unfortunately, he died of cancer in 2010. Russo had only made one other movie when she appeared in Major League as Jake Taylor's ex-fiancée. She shot to superstardom a few years later when she appeared as hard-nosed internal affairs officer in Lethal Weapon 3 and subsequently starred in Get Shorty, In the Line of Fire, Tin Cup, and The Thomas Crown Affair. She also had a cameo in Major League 2. Russo continues to work in projects of her choosing, including the first 2 Thor movies and Nightcrawler, directed by her husband Dan Gilroy. The two currently live in Brentwood, California. After a 5-year career in the majors, Uecker became the Milwaukee Brewers play-by-play announcer in 1971 and did color commentary for television as well. In 1985, he was cast as the father on Mr. Belvedere and remained on the show for its 6-season run. He also began appearing in Miller Lite commercials, which led to his casting as broadcaster Harry Doyle in all 3 Major League movies. Uecker has not appeared in a movie since Major League Back to the Minors but continues to broadcast for the Brewers. In 2003, he was named the recipient of the Ford C. Frick Award, given annually by the Baseball Hall of Fame, honoring a single broadcaster for his or her contributions to the game. Witten is best remembered for playing Michael J. Fox and by marriage in The Secret of My Success and Major League's Rachel Phelps, the owner hell-bent on driving her franchise into the ground. Ironically, the original ending had Phelps revealing that she had adopted that persona to motivate the team and wanted to stay in Cleveland all along. However, it was scrapped based on feedback from test audiences. Witten had a smaller role in Major League 2 and spent the latter part of her career performing on the stage. Sadly, she passed away from cancer in 2016. The Cleveland native won an Oscar for writing The Sting in 1973, but a series of commercial failures and an overhaul of the Hollywood studio system made it hard for him to get work in the 80s. Then Robert Redford brought him in to work on the script for the Milagro Beanfield War, and its success greenlit Major League, which he had been pitching since 1982. Ward then wrote and directed the program, helmed Major League 2 and co-wrote Sleepless in Seattle with Nora Ephron. He currently has a script for Major League 4 that he is trying to put in production, compiled by Aaron Talent, who is part of the Athlon Contributor Network. Talent is a writer whose articles have appeared in The Sweet Science, Fox Sports Outkick the Coverage, Liberty Island and The Washington Post. Follow him on Twitter at @AaronTalent.